of Social Science Standard 9. Today we are going to talk about the structure of Indian democracy. We always talk about that India is a democratic country. But what gives us the feeling of democracy? That we, the people of India, are free to elect our own government is the major positive thing of the democracy provided. Yes or no? Right? India is the country having the largest democracy in the whole world. We, the people of India, are enjoying complete freedom. We have the right to speech. We have the right to equality. We have the right to follow the religion we want. And above all, we have the right to vote, which is the soul of democracy. Right? So we Indians elect our own government. In spite of having democracy, right, in the whole world, there are many countries, those who have democratic system of governance or that country is democratic. But still there prevail differences in their governance. So democracy can be presidential, democracy can be parliamentary, and likewise. Right? Today we are starting with chapter number 12, Indian democracy. So let's move towards the first topic, election in democracy. Elections are always considered to be the most important for democracy. Our country has parliamentary system of democracy. Right? I just discussed that democracy can be of many types. Parliamentary democracy, presidential democracy, or likewise. So India is having parliamentary system of democracy. And the Parliament of India consists of means it is made up of the President as the head of it, Vice President, Rajya Sabha and Lok Sabha. Rajya Sabha is the upper house of parliament. Lok Sabha is the lower house of parliament. It is headed by the President and then Vice President. Try to gather the names of the current President and Vice President. This is the structure of Parliament at central level. In the same manner, at the state level, we know that India is amalgamation of 28 states. With all 28 states are having legislative assembly. All the 28 states have legislative assembly for their administration, for their management. Some of the states also have legislative council. We have in India 6 states, those who have legislative council. Rest of all have only one house at the state level, which is legislative assembly. So this is the central structure. This is the state structure. Right? So our government works at 2 levels. Central level, state level. At central level, we have President, Vice President, Rajya Sabha, Lok Sabha. We, the people of India, directly or indirectly, participate to elect all of this. As we have parliamentary system of governance, we don't vote for president, but we vote for prime minister. Then where the damn president come from? Indirect election. These peoples would be electing them. Right? So in this manner, each and every administrative authority, as being democratic, is elected by us. Right? These all governing bodies, these all are the governing bodies at central level, at state level. These all are elected through voting. Right? Next is democracy and voter. Our country has universal adult suffrage. What do you mean by universal adult suffrage? It means that each and every person who is in the age of 18 or above will get the right to vote. Right? This is known as universal adult suffrage. Universal adult suffrage depends on the principle of one person, one vote. Voting is the right as well as duty of all the citizens. And we, or an every voter, should exercise the right to vote. Right? So being accepted the principle of universal adult suffrage, India is giving the right to vote to each and every citizen living in the country, no matter or no discrimination on the basis of caste, creed, color, religion, rich or poor, does not matter. Each and every individual living in our country who is in the age of 18 or above can cast their vote. Moving with the topic of election, which is considered to be the foundation of democracy. A festive kind of the environment is seen during the election. People can evaluate their representatives during the election. At that time, those whoever candidates are standing for the election, they all get the chance to prove themselves, and we will get a chance to evaluate them. Right? Any person who has prerequisite to contest election can do so. So any person who wish to contest the election can be the part of the election. In democracy, only with the support of the people, one can come to power. No other options are there. If you want to be the leader of India, the only way out is you need the support of the people. Right? In our democracy, Parliament is at apex, means it is the topmost organization. Whereas the basic foundation, the last root of the foundation of democracy is Gram Panchayat. Right? Election is the lifeline of democracy, as well as election decides the future of the government. Right? Moving with the topic of media of public opinion in democracy. To cultivate the human psyche and to create a strong public opinion, the various information and broadcasting agencies are very useful. In today's time, various mediums are used to transmit information to the public. These mediums are contributing to build strong and effective public opinion. Basically, media is divided into two types: print media and electronic media. Let's continue first with print media. In today's world, newspapers, periodicals, journals hold utmost importance in facilitating people to know more about incidences, events, and situations taking place nationally as well as internationally. Print media helps people to evaluate their opinions either in favor or against the information presented by them. The same information presented by the print media can create multiple views in the people. The people give different individual responses to the same information and develop individually diverse opinion. Moving with the electronic media, audiovisuals like radio, television, cinema, etc. are important in cultivating public opinion. Electronic media is more effective in the regions of lower literacy rates. It is seen that radio and television are considered far more important than newspapers and periodicals. Live telecast of incidents occurring nationally as well as internationally can be easily made available through the mediums of radio and television. A public opinion can be created through the serials, dramas, and movies, which can help portray socio-economic as well as problems like untouchability, dowry, exploitation, and poverty in an entertaining manner. In this way, electronic media is much more effective compared to the print media.
आभार।